So just to quickly go through the trade that I just took and also go through what I'm looking to see happening for today. Let's start by checking the news. So today we had news at 2:30. We don't have anything for the New York session or anything. So yeah, let's go and see what's happening on the chart. So now what I saw was that we had an opening a volume imbalance, right? And we traded away from that volume imbalance. So I expected us to come back lower, also because we have our midnight open here. So whenever we are trading above the midnight open, I'm looking for opportunities back to the midnight open. So, and when we're trading below, I'm looking for trades back up to the midnight open. So if you look at today's price, we were above the midnight open, so I was only looking for sells. So if you look at this, the 5 minute time frame, I noticed that we were respecting better structure and we were moving strongly to the downside. So I also saw this fair value gap here, and then we had this inverse here, which we closed below right here, and then we traded back into it and we started moving lower. So I expected us to at least come into this gap here and then we'll continue lower. So once we got into that, I took my trade and we have our London close here. I took partials there and then I left the runner for the midnight open because this happened during the New York Open. So I held it through the New York Open. So right now I'm expecting us to continue back up. Now we can continue moving back up, coming for this high here. And also because we have this order block here that we're holding. I was also looking at that too. If you look here, we have this candle here, which we closed above right here. So that validates this as an order block. And then we had a trade back into the order block and we had our displacement to the upside, also taking out this buy side here. But before I start seeing the buy side happening, I wanted to also see these lows here get taken out because that's the closest low resistance to the midnight open. So while we take out this midnight open, we also take out these and then we can expect our bullish price. So I'm gonna let price play out. I'm just gonna leave price to play out. Let me remove these. I'm just gonna let price play out a little bit. I'm not gonna jump in too soon, but I can already see here that we have an order block here that we reacted to. Oh, you could have taken these two here and then held it by, but I wanna let it play out a little bit. And I'm also seeing this inverse here. I can expect to look for buys from here and then target this. So we just traded back into it. I wanna see if I can get a trade into this at least. Because it's either we have an order block. Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna have a stop here. Because if we're using the 5 minute time frame, I don't wait for market structure shifts and all that. It's either we get an inverse or we get a traded consequent encroachment with an order block from the 1 minute. And you can see here we have this order block here. That's why I have my stop below that low. So I'm gonna take my long here and I'll be targeting these highs here. So this is exactly how I trade when we're on all-time highs. Wait for a pullback, and then I target the previous high that we created. Levels like this is what I would be taking partials on. And I wanna see these highs here get ran through because that's my low resistance. If we can close above this high, I'm gonna decrease my risk, put my stop loss here. Because then I would want to see this act as an order block, act as support and push price higher, especially after the way we rejected here from these order blocks here. I like how we rejected away from this. It shows that the buyers are really the buyers are really coming in now. That's strange. I want to see this order block here act as support and push us higher. And I want to see some speed going through these highs here. I wanna see us start pushing higher here from this other block here. I don't wanna see us trade anywhere below this. Currently the 950 macro. Let's see if we get some speed pushing higher, pushing us up to these highs here. We also have this 3 minute order block here. It also closed above and we pulled back into it. We traded all the way down here. And now we're seeing that push higher. So I'm confident in my bias here. I like how this 1 hour candle just has this long wick here, trading away from this order block here. I would take partials here if I had more than one entry, because we just took out all that liquidity and we're in this Beverly gap here. But because I only have one contract in here, I'm just gonna let it run to my full TP. That's a nice push. It's a nice push we had there.
I want to see if we can continue pushing higher from this. But if we do poke down a little bit into this, I don't want to see us trade into the discount part of this. I want to see us stay into the upper part. But as for now, I want to see if this can stay open and we can treat this as a breakaway gap and just keep pushing from this heavy gap and this volume imbalance we have. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna close this. Take off my full position here because I know I'm still expecting higher prices, but the S&P took out that high. So I'm also gonna take out my next big trade. And there we go. It's like that.
Come on, man. That's too easy.